his back to the yard and jumps the fence.
Doesn't even want to go in the backyard and use the bathroom.
From inside a bloodied safety cone with his mouth taped shut, Sirach's eyes reveal his pain.
His jaw is fractured at the joint part.
Sirach and his brother Rocco are Staffordshire Bull Terriers. Both were service dogs to Jennifer LeMay's children.
Since she started having seizures, since we had Rocco, he instantly picked up on it. He'll come get us out of our bed at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
The beloved dogs were disabled Saturday night at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer after Jennifer's eldest daughter accidentally tripped the home security alarm.
For some reason, the alarm did not disarm. She called me at 8:50. I was on the phone with Xfinity Home Central Monitoring by 8:54. The alarm was deactivated.
Nearly half an hour after the alarm was canceled, surveillance footage captured the officer inside Jennifer's backyard. Watch as Sirach approaches, wags his tail, eager, but he keeps his distance. He even faces away before the officer opens fire.
She overheard the officer from the back like, well, I know one of them's alive.
Rocco was shot in both shoulders, neck, and chest. Then within seconds, the officer appears to pick up the scene, turns his back to the yard, and jumps the fence.
And your justification for entering my backyard was you seen my back door open. Where? Are you Paul Bunyan?
In a statement to Fox 9, Minneapolis police say they're reviewing the officer's body camera video along with Jennifer's footage. The officer involved remains on duty.
This is animal cruelty.
While both Sirach and Rocco are expected to recover,
they might come back physically, but will we ever know if they come back mentally or emotionally?
There's no way to calibrate the lasting damage the officer's actions will have on this family.
But you feared for your life. That's why you discharged your firearm, right? Let me guess. My dogs had guns on them?
Watch, Cop Trespasses, Shoots Family's 2 Dogs in Front of Child for No Reason. By Jack Burns, July 10, 2017. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Sadly, there's been another cop versus dog shooting. This time the horrific shooting took place in Minneapolis and didn't involve just one family pet but their 2 dogs. As TFTP has noted, if citizens kill police dogs, it's practically considered murder, and the suspects are charged with felonious assault on a police officer, dog. But since police wear a badge, they can kill our pets at will with hardly any ramifications. Jennifer LeMay did her part to protect her home and property by installing security cameras, and we're glad she did because the shooting of her 2 dogs was caught on camera. The 2 Staffordshire Terriers, Cisco and Rocco, are owned by LeMay and her 4 children, and have been in the family since they were puppies. They're therapy dogs, prescribed by a physician to help LeMay's 2 sons who struggle with severe anxiety. The LeMay family were camping in Wisconsin when 2 of the children, both teenage girls, 13 and 18, wanted to come home early because the elder had to get back to work at a local fast food restaurant. They arrived home at around 8:50 p.m. Saturday, but when they did, they accidentally triggered their own security alarm. Advertisement. The security company was notified that it was a false alarm, and the alarm was cancelled at 8:54. But police were already on their way to the LeMay residence. One of the 2 responding officers stayed in the front yard while another officer scaled the 7-feet-high fence in the back. Read more. Dogs and their humans gather nationwide, demanding change to stop police from killing dogs. That's when he met Cisco and Rocco. From the video, the officer can be seen drawing his weapon as the dog slowly approached while one is seen wagging his tail. The officer didn't kneel or offer an extended hand for Cisco to smell him, he simply pointed his gun at the dog and fired. Cisco wasn't even charging at the officer when he was shot. Rocco came just as quickly, and he, too, was hit with the officer's spray of bullets. The officer then did what he probably should have done. As the 2 dogs were laying, bleeding, and badly injured, the officer jumped back over the fence. Why he did not first attempt to retreat is anyone's guess. Now LeMay is demanding answers and footing the bill from an officer's assault on her pets. The 13-year-old saw her dogs get shot by a so-called officer of the peace, and was surely traumatized. The officer who was in the front of the home then did what he should have done in the beginning. He knocked on the front door. The LeMays said the officers told them not to transport the dogs to the hospital because animal control would be coming over to get them, but they never came. Later that night, they were able to get the pets the much-needed surgery and medical care they should have gotten immediately following the shooting. According to the Star Tribune, both dogs went to the emergency vet Saturday night. Sirach was shot in the jaw, Rocco in the side, face, and shoulder. So far, LeMay has paid $900 for Sirach and brought him home. He still needs $5,000 to $7,000 worth of surgery at the University of Minnesota, she said. Rocco came home Sunday night. A GoFundMe page was established to help LeMay pay her vet bills. LeMay is now demanding answers. The police department sent over a supervisor to talk with the family, Lieutenant Derek Barnes. And while they say he was as contrite as he could be, the pain is still very real and fresh for the family, who now has to watch their dogs as they suffer through a long and painful recovery. Read more. Cop jumps man's fence and kills his dog. Now the state wants this man to pay the cop who did it. The pain, anguish, and anger can be sensed in LeMay's comments when she spoke with reporters. He was wagging his tail, my dog wasn't even moving, lunging toward him or anything, my dogs were doing their job on my property, we have a right to be safe in our yard. As for the attempt of the police department to reach out and express their condolences, LeMay had these words to say to Det Barnes. Barnes was, as genuine and compassionate as he could be, without overstepping his boundaries. Police spokesman Corey Schmidt issued a one-paragraph statement. We are aware of the recent incident involving MPD officers responding to an audible residential burglary alarm, and while at this call an MPD officer discharged their firearm, striking two dogs belonging to the homeowner. Anytime an officer discharges their firearm in the line of duty, there is an investigation. We are in the process of reviewing the video posted online, as well as the officer's body camera video. LeMay did not say whether or not she plans to sue, but there have been a few victories in court when police have killed family pets in the line of duty. Hopefully, she'll file a lawsuit and teach those officers a lesson so they won't continue to devastate people's lives by killing their beloved pets.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now, you know, $1 a day, I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.